Welcome to Talks with Tawanda, the podcast for healing, hope, and hustle. I'm Coach Tawanda, a personal development coach, author, speaker, and survivor, with a mission to help you release shame, own your story, and move into purpose. This is our safe space for deep conversation, lessons, and real change. I look forward to sharing the wisdom that I have with you. May your journey be blessed and blessed with healing. John 10:10, the thieves come to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Product of failed birth control. Birth control put in place. However, the third child is on its way. I could have been aborted from conception, but God blew his trumpet and said, "My child come forth." And where many things remain a mystery, and the things that were remembered not always the best, one fact that still stands tall is that I have made it. God has guided me through some still waters and has placed me in his arm, being that I was a child placed here with parents not wanting me to be born. Abortion thought of but not becoming an option. Mom thinks it's her choice, but I'm convinced that it was God that stopped it. It may not have been the worst life ever, but it was far from the best. Having your parents treat you as if you was the worst that happened instead of understanding that you were one of the blessed. To be told that you're not supposed to be here was like making me feel a favor was done, as if you felt you did me a favor to have me here, so the love you should have had could not be felt because of the fear. I constantly asked with no answers, why did I have to be one unloved? No matter what it looked like to you, I did share your blood. But that didn't matter much because the change never came to show. It never changed the thought I had of wishing that I was still born. I could never understand why God gave me to you. I can only now imagine it was because he would give me the strength to handle the task and use my testimony to heal others. For many moments, I looked at my parents and people and circumstances as target, the target of my pain, the agony that caused sometimes, the unfairness, unjust. It came a moment, even in my younger years, where it was dropped in my spirit, and I had to understand Tawanda is just a part of his plan. The enemy saw what God had planned for me. The enemy knew how God needed to use me. And unfortunately, many years it took for me to really understand it. So, therefore, for a while, it would seem that as if his plan was working. But that's because I didn't know no better. That's because I didn't know different. So I had to see not just the outer exterior of who I was and who I was destined to be, but the inner. I had to go to the spirit. And saying that now, I had to realize I didn't know what it was. I just know I had to go somewhere. I just knew something wasn't right because I didn't understand why would God put me in such position? Why would why would he place me here if he knew that I was going to be mistreated? I didn't understand it as I was younger, going to church with my grandmother and you know um trying to get an understanding of the Bible and what the preacher preached, those Sundays in church. I just didn't understand it, but it was placed in my spirit with a clear understanding, and it has brought me so much peace with that understanding. It's knowing, Tawanda, I didn't do it, but I got you. That's when I had to learn that the enemy had his hands on it because he knew. And his goal my whole life has been to distract me from this moment right here where I have finally got the strength to tell my story. There will be many things that you will hear as the segments go on. You will get glimpses of my life and moments of, just going through it but the revelation of making it through it. I tell it so that I'm able to motivate and encourage someone else. I feel like there's someone life is attached to my voice, meaning that if I don't get my voice out there, then their life just may stay the same. And so I pray whatever I share it with truth, with transparency, with understanding. And I pray that you're able to receive it and it's something that you can use to impact your life. So back to it. When I got into earlier ages, well, later ages in my earlier years, I started going to scripture. There was moments I still, didn't understand, and there's times that I've read a scripture multiple times, and each time it gives me a different revelation. But I'm grateful for it because it allowed me to be in a position to use it as a guide to life. I had to understand that the enemy had his hands in it. God's plan and purpose for me was way bigger and greater than the circumstances that I was placed in. But understanding that although God was orchestrating it, the enemy was given permission to distract me. He knew it. But he also knew that throughout the distraction that he couldn't take me out. It was hard living in those days. To be honest with you, it was hard as a child because I was growing up not really understanding life and needed to be taught. But what I saw, it hurt. What I saw, it was very uncomfortable. What I saw, it was just a distraction of me even feeling like I can be a better version of myself. I can look back now over all of those moments and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for those trying times. I'm grateful for those lonely moments. I'm grateful for the discomfort. I'm grateful for the whips. I'm grateful for the bruises. I'm grateful for the pain and the hurt. I didn't like it, but I'm grateful because if life had to continue on without me going through those moments, it wouldn't have me as strong as I am now to be able to be in a position to be used. I'd do it all over again if I had to. With knowing that if I had to do it or if I had the opportunity to do it over, I'll wear it more gracefully knowing and understanding that my purpose was bigger than the situation that I was in. God had a plan that was greater than what I saw. And I just wanted to take a moment to share this moment of my life, a feeling of understanding that my purpose is so much greater. The enemy is going to come with distraction. But he who is in me is greater than he who is in the world. I pray and hope that it encourages you that even from the start, God had his hands in it. So I'm hoping that you have the revelation as yourself to see the things that was placed in your life was placed there to seem as a distraction, but God was also able to use those very things to build you up and make you stronger and allow you to be in a place where you continue to carry on. So I hope that anything through the messages that I give, that it gives you clarity, it gives you understanding, and it allows you not to look at flesh and blood, but look at the spirit. It allows you to sit with yourself and sit with God and say, hey, why am I here? What do you need from me? What can I do in this season in my life to be a part of the purpose, the part of the plan, and the part of the doing that you would have me to play for this moment? What have my past and my pain taught me? Mine taught me a lot, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. Before I close out, I want to remind you that healing is a journey. It's not a destination. You're worthy of love, peace, and purpose, and it starts with how you care for yourself. If today's message spoke to you, I invite you to grab my self-care bundle. It's packed with guided journal prompts to help you understand yourself on a deeper level and powerful affirmations that speak life into your soul. This bundle was created for those who's been through the fire but refuse to stay burned. It's time to speak over yourself, believe again, and show up for the version of you that you've been waiting for. You can find your copy in the link that's posted in the bio of this message. I wanted to leave you with an action step. Take 10 minutes a day to journal about what's weighing on your heart. Just write it out, no judgment, no filter. It's only you there. Because in this moment, it will really help you claim clarity on your life, on yourself, and where you're looking to go moving forward. I have an affirmation for you as well. I am still here. I am healing. I am whole. Thank you for spending this time with me on Talks with Tawanda. Be sure to subscribe, share this episode, and keep